When did the Bannerman family leave this island?
Francis Bannerman, like I said, bought the island in December of 1900. In 1901, he started building, kept building until 1918 when he passed. At that point, no further construction was built out here because one of the things he'd want to do was build a mausoleum for he and his wife on the west side of the island. That never happened. Another thing he would want to do was cut a moat from where you landed past the west side of the residence down into the Wee Bay area. We never got to do that either. So like I said, 1918, all further construction stopped. The Bannermans would live in this residence basically from May through mid-October or so. During the winter months, they would stay down the Hotel Margaret down in Brooklyn, and that's where they would spend the winters. The Bannerman family continued to use the residence up until about the mid-30s, then they started losing interest in it. So although the business warehouse end was still being used, that residence stopped being used in the mid-30s. By the mid-50s, they were starting to consolidate a lot of their business because they had a warehouse down in Long Island, and they also still had some down in Brooklyn. A lot of the more controversial stuff went down to Long Island, and the stuff that, like saddles and, cartridge boxes and other, implements that, weren't, potentially dangerous from exploding were kept in the Brooklyn area. So like I said, by the late 50s, everything had been cleared off the island. They brought in a professional to kind of comb the whole island, make sure there was nothing else really left here that was a problem. And then early 60s, they turned the island over to the Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefellers kept it for about 5 years, then turned it over to the state in 67. And since 67, the state was like, well, if we don't do anything with it, it doesn't cost us anything. And that's basically their attitude up until our trust kind of got formed and said, we'd like to see what we could do about preserving a little bit of this. If you were a visitor to come up and visit the folks in the residence, you'd come in through the north gate. And as you leave here, you'll see the north gate down here has kind of been cleared away. I know I got a picture of that in here too someplace.
There's the fire.
Yeah, that's the fire, yeah.
Is that the fire from '69?
Yeah. See, this is the north gate entrance. This is, if you were coming to visit the family, it's right down here. That's what you would come through. They just cleared it out, so as you leave on the boat, should be.
That's on the other side there.
Yeah, that's down straight that way.
So they never had electricity on the island.
They did have a small generator that would generate some electricity, but it wasn't like it was a big powerhouse or anything like that.
And no vehicles, I'm assuming.
No vehicles, no, just boat traffic. Yeah, there was like I said, there was a generator, and this was down in this Portal Lodge, the very first floor of this structure over here. But it did run some electricity to the buildings down here, plus up to their main residence up above.
And they had wells for water?
Well, actually, down in the Wee Bay area, there was a spring down there that produced enough drinking water for about 2 people a day. So at one point somebody decided, well, if we put something down in there, a charge that maybe we can get more water out. So they said, well, let's give it a try. So they did. Well, after they, set off the charge, it created a fissure that just sent the water straight into the river. So they didn't get any more drinking water out of it. So everything came from the shore.
I imagine with no electricity in that, it wouldn't be that would be why they'd quit coming here after a while when they had options that were more comfortable.
The island served its purpose for what they were using it for. But as far as the family goes, after 1918. The patriarch of the family is no longer around, and the family, like I said, used it for about another 20 years or so, and then finally decided, 15, 20 years, and finally decided, well, Grandpa's not there anymore, and
it had to be 1928. That residence compared to what you could have on shore, with running water and electricity.
It would be like the old country place that Grandpa had, and it'd be more appealing to just stay.
Live there.
Yeah.
No heat, right?
Well, there was some heat there. They did have some radiators, and there was a furnace. But again, they didn't use that. And,
well, Kurt, I appreciate all your time. This has been awesome. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. You answered a lot of questions.
Hope I answered what you wanted, and I hope I didn't mislead you on anything. I didn't intentionally do that.
Thank you very much.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.